Welcome back. Today we're revealing the moment a first husband tried to sell his own new wife to a Middle Eastern sheikh for £10,000, just 7 months into their marriage, and how that woman went on to outlive nearly everyone who ever underestimated her. Joan Collins was born in London in 1933, the daughter of a theatrical agent whose most famous clients included Shirley Bassey and the Beatles. She made her stage debut at 9 years old, and by 17 had signed her first film contract. But her personal life quickly proved far more dramatic than anything scripted for her. Her first husband, actor Maxwell Reed, actually attempted to sell her to a wealthy sheikh just months into their marriage, a horrifying betrayal that ended in divorce by 1956. By the mid-1950s, Hollywood had noticed her. She was cast to replace Marilyn Monroe in The Girl in the Red Velvet Swing, after producers decided Monroe at 29 was too old to play a 17-year-old. Collins spent years being typecast as what critics called wanton teens and torrid vamps, rarely taken seriously despite genuine talent. Then came the audition that nearly broke her. She screen-tested for Cleopatra, one of the most coveted roles in Hollywood history. She lost it to Elizabeth Taylor, in a production so notoriously expensive it nearly bankrupted 20th Century Fox entirely. It was, by most accounts, one of the most painful professional disappointments of her career. For the next 2 decades she worked steadily but largely outside the spotlight, married and divorced twice more and raised 3 children including one, her daughter Katie, who survived a horrific car accident and brain injury that Collins later wrote an entire memoir about. Then in 1981, everything changed. At 48 years old, an age when most actresses were being quietly phased out, Collins was cast as Alexis Carrington on Dynasty. It wasn't just a comeback. It became one of the defining pop culture performances of the entire decade. The show's ratings soared, eventually beating Dallas for the #1 spot in America. She won a Golden Globe in 1983, famously using her acceptance speech to thank Sophia Loren for turning the role down. Here's the detail that says everything about how she's approached love since. In 2002, at 69 years old, she married Percy Gibson, a man 32 years her junior. Most people gave the marriage months. It's now lasted over 2 decades, making it her longest and most enduring relationship by far. Now 93, Collins shows absolutely no interest in slowing down. She's continued acting well into her 90s, most recently starring in the mystery film A Murder Between Friends, and was recently spotted teasing a possible sequel while relaxing in the south of France. She was named a dame by Queen Elizabeth in 2015, and remains as sharp, glamorous and outspoken as ever. From a husband who tried to sell her, to becoming one of television's most iconic villains at an age Hollywood usually discards women entirely, Joan Collins' real story was never about fitting anyone's timeline but her own. What's your favorite Joan Collins role or moment? Let us know in the comments and subscribe for more real, untold Hollywood stories.